Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the Pop Sockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
In a world where technology advances at lightning speed, it's easy to forget about those that paved the way for us. The MiG-21, a second-generation fighter jet from the 1950s, may not be as flashy as its modern counterparts, but it played a significant role in shaping India's defense strategy for over 6 decades. For years, the MiG-21 has been unfairly maligned with the label flying coffins, thanks to its high crash rate. But what really happened behind the scenes? The answer lies not just in the aircraft itself, but also in the circumstances that led to its widespread adoption and eventual retirement. Let's take a closer look at this fascinating story of how a Soviet-era fighter jet became an integral part of India's military might. The MiG-21 was designed by the Soviet Union's Mikoyan-Gurevich Design Bureau in the 1950s as a high-altitude interceptor capable of taking down American bombers with missiles. Originally, it didn't even come equipped with guns. But for India, that changed soon enough. Our operational reality in India was different, says Air Marshal Harish Masand, who flew the MiG-21 for over a decade and completed 2,000 missions. We weren't targeting high-level bombers, so we modified the aircraft by adding a gun and using it for ground attack. This modification not only suited India's needs, but also made the MiG-21 an ideal choice for both air defense and ground combat missions. The aircraft was put to use during several critical battles, including the 1965 Indo-Pak War and the 1999 Kargil War. But despite its success in combat, the MiG-21 had a reputation for being unreliable. Its high crash rate led many to believe that it was more of a flying coffin than a formidable fighter jet. However, when we dig deeper into the reasons behind this crash rate, things become quite clear. The real culprit wasn't the aircraft itself, but rather the circumstances surrounding its use and maintenance. For instance, Air Marshal Masand points out that the Indian Air Force didn't have an adequate supply of trainer jets, forcing pilots to learn on the MiG-21 straight away. That made it a stepping stone for new pilots, he says, but naturally increased the risk of accidents. Another factor was the sourcing of spare parts. The Soviet Union operated in vast open areas, whereas India flew over densely populated regions. This difference significantly impacted the aircraft's performance and lifespan. Moreover, when we look at the data, it shows that the accident rate of MiG-21s actually decreased after 2010, with only around 20 crashes recorded during that period, less than 5% of the total. It seems the harsh label of flying coffins might not be entirely justified. So why did the media latch onto this narrative? According to Air Marshal Masand, it's a case of sensationalism. The term flying coffin was given to MiG-21 by some journalists who wanted sensational stories without checking the full facts, he says. That label actually originated from the Lockheed F-104 starfighter, which served for only about 20 years and had an even higher accident rate. In conclusion, it's time to give credit where credit is due. The MiG-21 might not have been a flashy or high-tech aircraft, but its contributions to India's defense strategy over 6 decades should be recognized. The story of the MiG-21 serves as a reminder that sometimes the most unsung heroes are those who paved the way for us, and it's time we give them the respect they deserve. For Frovia Digital, this is a story about an aircraft that defied its reputation and became an integral part of India's military history.